Uh, what's up, everybody? We're here for a quick little video. We'll flip him around. And we're gonna paint, have a quick chat about variety, Warhammer. The changes in 8.5 brought to us a change that I don't know if it was unintended, entirely intended. Who knows? Certain armies like Slaanesh and I can't really think of any other off the top of my head. Maybe like Sisters of Battle, Sisters of Silence. Armies with, very few selections now have even less selections, because my one friend was trying to make a list and it required to run more than the allotted amount of chariots underneath this new matched rule. The X amount of units per detachment at X points. Let's kick this light on too. And, that kind of screwed him over a little bit. Kind of screwed me over a little bit in certain aspects, because my orcs, like, one of my answers to a real big problem was Storm Boys. I had some problems, and my answer was Storm Boys, but now I don't really have that answer anymore. I kind of do, but I can't have the same answer I did before. Let's plug you in. Apparently the battery power is low, so we're going to jack you guys in here real quick. Oh, sorry about the hand. See if we can get that closed. We lost the flash, but whatever. We'll continue on. And yeah, my buddy lost options. I lost options. And there's armies out there that lost a bunch. They did a few things, and the few things they did, they don't really do anymore. And again, these are beta rules, so I get it. This isn't an end all be all, but it did leave certain armies like, what about Grey Knights? What are Grey Knights gonna do now? Are they gonna sit around and cry and wipe their tears on the bodies of their fallen brethren? I mean, Deep Striking turn 3, I've always talked about how good that is, but still, for Grey Knights, man, like, what are they gonna do, huh? Their whole shtick was that null deployment, nemesis, whatever, and they only ran Grandmasters and baby carriers anyways, and now you can't run Grandmasters and baby carriers, and that's all they did. It's just, what about the Grey Knights, dog? What about Slaanesh demons? What about Orcs anti-flyer capabilities, which was just Storm Boys? There's all these options that were there before, but they were only there in a certain aspect, and you might say if it was only there in spam, it wasn't really there. But hey, man, sometimes you gotta take what you can get, right? And what you can get is being deprived of some lists that they don't have all the things other lists have. And you might say, but Slaanesh has that really sick warlord trait. I agree. Slaanesh still has the best warlord trait in the game. Sorry, y'all. It's late. I'm tired. If I'm painting off a screen, I'm very tired. And yeah, Slaanesh I still think has the best warlord trait in the game. But at the same time, it's not so much just the warlord trait that makes a list. It's the options. It's the answers you have to problems. It's the things you have available to make this list with. Like, my Death Guard have a very slim pickings in range outside of 48 inches. I mean, 24 inches. So what do we got to do? We got to take a few select units. And I can't spam certain units. And like, I get it. I definitely agree that maybe spamming bloat drones would be dirty. And I agree, it is dirty. But, you know, it is what it is. And like I said, you gotta take what you can get. Especially when you play a certain meta that is brutal. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe Death Guard and I mean not Death Guard. Maybe Slaanesh and Sisters and all of these will be getting more choices. And I get it now. Slaanesh has more reasons to run a more double Slaanesh list is what we'll call it. It's got the Emperor's Children and the Daemons in there. But at the same time, what if they don't want to run no mutilators or nothing? Right? I just think that there's a lot of options that were taken away, and I don't really think about that outside of my options, but there's certain armies that this limitation hands a screw to, but I also see why they did it, because, you know, all I brought was Hive Tyrants. All I brought was Flyrants. All I brought was Demon Princes. All I brought was this Lord of War choice. All I brought was this, that, and the other thing. I've done it. I made my friend fight 8 units of Stormboys one time. It's pretty grimy, right? I don't have 8 units of Stormboys. We did a little perspective game there is what I like to call them. We just got into the prospect of the whole affair. And yeah. Just certain armies, their options were, you know, run a bunch of Storm Boys and the smallest units possible. And I don't even think running MSU is the spam they were looking out for. Because MSU spam isn't that bad. I think they were looking out for maybe cultists, who knows. There's a few spams that they could have, like Dark Reaper spam maybe. And, you know, all sorts of other things that they could have tried to have been avoiding. And yeah. They did and they didn't. I'm gonna catch you guys later.